Department of Computer Science, Chaitanya D2B University, Warangal. So today I would like to discuss some basic terminology in the concept of network security. So first, what is a network? So network in the sense that the collection of computers, security in the sense that protecting the data which is transforming over the network. For example, consider there are two users who are communicating over the network. For example, he is the sender A, he is the receiver B, he is sending some message to B. So this is the channel. Consider this is nothing but internet. So for example, A is sending some message hello to the receiver B. For example, sender A is sending some message hello to B. Of course, hello is not at all confidential information. So if at all any confidential information is sending by the sender A, so there is a chance of hacking this message over the internet. So this hacker will modify that message and resend that message to the receiver B. So and in today's all the transactions and all the communication is happening over the network itself. So it is necessary to protect our data. So that is nothing but what the network security, protecting the data over the network. So in this regard, we will discuss some basic terminologies in the network security. The first term is plain text. What is plain text? So plain text is nothing but the original message, or we can say that which is a known message or which is a readable message is known as what? The plain text. So actually the plain text is always from a what? Sender side. So the next terminology is ciphertext. So ciphertext is nothing but transformed message, or we can say that which is an encoded message. Transformed message or encoded message is known as what? The ciphertext. So the next one is the ciphertext. So the ciphertext is nothing but which is a transformed message or encoded message. So transformed message or encoded message, and which is also known as what? Unreadable format. So ciphertext should be in the format of what? Unreadable, whereas the plain text is nothing but what? In readable format message. So next, encryption. Encryption is nothing but the process of converting plain text to ciphertext. Encryption is nothing but the process of converting plain text to ciphertext. So next, decryption. Decryption means restoring the plain text from ciphertext, or we can say that simply the conversion of ciphertext to plain text. Okay, so next we are having encryption algorithm. Encryption algorithm in the sense algorithm which is used for encryption. So here encryption means which is the process of converting the plain text to ciphertext, whereas the encryption algorithm means the algorithm which is used for encryption. The next one is decryption algorithm. So decryption algorithm means the algorithm which run in reverse process of encryption algorithm. So algorithm which runs reverse of encryption algorithm, or simply we can say it as decryption algorithm is an algorithm which is used to perform decryption. Whereas decryption means restoring the plain text from ciphertext, or we can say that simply the converting the ciphertext into plain text. So the next term is cipher. The next term is cipher. So cipher means an algorithm which is used to transform plain text to ciphertext by using some substitution and transposition techniques. Substitution and transposition techniques. Cipher is an algorithm used to convert or transform this plain text into ciphertext by using some substitution and transposition techniques. In the next session, we will discuss what are the different substitution and the transposition techniques. Okay, the next concept is, next terminology is the key. So key plays a major role in the process of encryption and decryption. So without key, so there is no concept of performing encryption and decryption. So key is also nothing but what, which is a collection of bits, or we can say that what, some critical information. We can say that what, collection of bits or keys is some critical information which is used by the cipher. Which is used by the cipher. Cipher means again which is an algorithm. So here key means the critical information used by the server in order to convert this plain text into the ciphertext and restoring the cipher to plain text. Okay. So the next one is cryptography. Actually, this cryptography is not an English term, so which is a Greek word. Which is a Greek word. So in this cryptography, it is having two words. One is crypto and one is graphy. So crypto in the sense secret in English, graphy means writing. In simply, cryptography is nothing but the study of secret writing. So cryptography means study of secret writing, or we can say that study of encryption. So actually this term cryptography is having many definitions, and we can elaborate more by this definition. So cryptography is nothing but what? An art of science. An art of science which consists of principles and methods to convert known message to unknown message. Known message to unknown message, which means that the plain text into ciphertext. Here known message in the sense the plain text, unknown message in the sense that the ciphertext which is in unreadable format. So elaborately we can say that the definition of cryptography means which is an art of science that consists of the principles and methods and techniques which are used to convert the plain text to ciphertext and again restoring the plain text from the ciphertext by using secret information, that is nothing but key. Okay. Next, cryptanalysis. So cryptanalysis in the sense that, so simply we can say that the study of decryption. Study of decryption. So whereas cryptography in the sense that study of encryption, here cryptanalysis in the sense that study of decryption, which means that so cryptanalysis is having all the methods so which are used to convert ciphertext to plain text. So simply cryptanalysis is having the methods and the techniques which are used to regain or restore the plain text from the ciphertext. In simple terms, we can call it as this cryptanalysis is code breaking. Code breaking. So in cryptanalysis, the methods doesn't uses any key. So that is the difference between cryptography and cryptanalysis, which means that in the cryptography, by using secret key, the plain text is going to be converted into the ciphertext and again restore the plain text from the ciphertext. But whereas in cryptanalysis, the methods which are deals with what restoring or replacing the plain text from the ciphertext without having any key information. So that is the difference between the cryptography and the cryptanalysis. So that simply we can call it as the cryptanalysis is code breaking. So the next terminology is cryptology. So simply cryptology means the areas of together, which means that the cryptography and the cryptanalysis together is known as what? The cryptology. Cryptography plus cryptanalysis. The areas together, cryptography and cryptanalysis together is known as what? Cryptology. And the last term is cryptanalyst. So simply cryptanalyst in the sense the person who will perform this cryptanalysis. The person who will perform this cryptanalysis is known as what? Cryptanalyst. The encryption process is divided into three parts. Encryption process is divided into three parts or the divisions. So the first one, the operations, or we can say the number of operations. So here operations division deals with how the plain text is converted into the ciphertext. So for example, which is having substitution and transposition techniques. Substitution and transposition technique. So the encryption process takes place into three divisions. So the first division is the operations, which means that by taking which operation the plain text is going to be converted into the ciphertext. So the best example for the operations is nothing but the two operations. First one is the substitution and the second one is the transposition. So substitution, the name itself is saying that what the substitution means. So the plain text characters are substituted or replaced with another character or any number or any symbol. So simply substitution techniques deals with the techniques which are used to substitute or replace each and every plain text character with other character or any number or any special symbol. So the next transposition techniques means, so transposition means just a rearrangement of characters. Rearrangement, transpose of characters. So the next division is number of keys. Number of keys. So depending upon the number of keys, the encryption process is divided into two. So the first one is symmetric. The second one is asymmetric. So symmetric in the sense the same key should be used. Same key is used for encryption and decryption. For encryption and decryption. So simply remember symmetric in the sense that the same key should be used at the sender side and that same key is used for what? In order to perform the decryption. So in this case in symmetric encryption technique, so that key, the same key is known as what? Secret key. The same key is known as what? Secret key. Generally we can denote this secret key by using KS. KS. So next asymmetric in the sense that so different or we can say it as independent keys. Different or independent keys should be used for encryption and decryption. So here in asymmetric encryption techniques, so there are actually two keys will be used. So those two keys will be will be constituted as a pair. So every user over the network having the pair of keys. One is public key and one is private key. One is public key and one is private key. So these two keys constitute as a pair. So if at all one key is used for encryption, so rest of the key from the pair should be used for decryption. So for example, A and B wants to communicate. Every user over the network is having pair of keys. For example, I am saying here for A two keys. One is private. So I am denoting private key with what? PR. So A. Why? Because this belongs to A. So that's why I am saying it as what? Private key of A and public key of A. So similarly, user B is also having pair of keys. One is private key of B and public key of B. And one more thing, always these private keys are private to themselves, which means that so this private key of A is known to only sender A. This private key of B, which is known only to receiver B. Whereas always these public keys are public, which means that so sender A public key is known to receiver B, and at the same time receiver's public key can be known to sender A. So in this regard we are having different techniques how these public keys are known to other participants. So this asymmetric techniques also known as what? Public key encryption techniques. So asymmetric encryption techniques, there are two independent keys should be used for encryption and decryption. So those two keys will be constituted as a pair. One is public and one is private key. So for example, two users A and B wants to communicate. So A is having pair of key, one is private and one is public. B is also having pair of keys, one is private and one is public. Always private keys are known to themselves, which are not shareable, but whereas public keys are public, which means that so whoever the communicating parties, whoever the users are there over the network, so all the other participants public keys should know to remaining other participants. So that's why asymmetric encryption techniques is also known as what? Public key encryption techniques. The third reason is the way in which the plain text is processed. So the plain text should be processed in two ways in this division. First one is stream cipher and the second one is block cipher. So in the stream cipher, so the plain text should be processed as bit by bit. The plain text is processed as bit by bit, which means that it will take the first bit and it will be transformed into the ciphertext bit, and it will take the next bit and again it will be converted into the ciphertext. The same procedure should be continued until the last bit. But these stream ciphers should not be valid for longer length messages, which means that only the stream cipher should be valid for what? Short length messages. Valid for short length messages. So in stream cipher, the encryption process or the plain text should be processed as bit by bit. Means that first bit it will take and convert into ciphertext until the last bit, and it should not be valid for the longer length messages. It is valid for what? Only short length messages. Coming to block cipher. So actually what is a block? So in this block, so block in the sense that group of plain text bits, or we can say that simply group of bits will be constituted as a block. So in block cipher technique, so the plain text should be divided into blocks, number of blocks. So this block size should be depends on the algorithm. The block size should be depends on the algorithm, and each block should be converted into what? The ciphertext block. So that is nothing but what? Block cipher. So block in the sense that the group of bits. In block cipher techniques, the plain text should be divided into blocks. So actually this block size should be depends on the algorithm what we consider, and again this plain text block should be converted into the ciphertext blocks. So these are the three divisions whenever we go with what? encryption process. The first one is the type of operations, that is nothing but the substitution and the transposition techniques. The second one is the number of keys, symmetric and asymmetric keys. The third engine is the way in which the plain text is processed, string cipher and the block cipher. In the next video, we will learn regarding what are the different substitution and transformation techniques are there in order to convert the plain text into ciphertext. So this is for today's session. So thank you.